Hello, welcome to Great Minds Tutorials. This is your favorite tutor Khodisho, and this is the second part of the exercise. And there's one I'm going to be dealing with this other side, which is your app side, which is on the main class. And I'm gonna be doing simple stuff here. I'm going to be going back here. So there's something which you should look out for. Always look out on how they say that you must name your your variable. Okay, but now in this case, we're gonna do the front end class where we're gonna create our first object, which is called ice cream one, with default values and display the details. And the second one, we're gonna create the second one and allow the user to choose a default size. And we're gonna create four objects, matter of fact. So now to create those objects, you're supposed to write the name of the class, which is Steers ice cream. Okay. So is ice cream. According to that, they say that it must be ice cream 1, ice cream 2, ice cream 3, and ice cream 4. So is ice cream 1, ice cream 2, ice cream 3, and ice cream 4. So now, once you have that, we need to import here, fully import the package, the full package name, and then that's the name of the class. And then after having this, so here is the declarations. And now we need to create those objects. Objects. So part number 1 says you must create okay, that's the other question. So part number 1 says you must create an object called ice cream 1 with the default values. So when we are dealing with default values, we are dealing with the default constructor. So it means ice cream 1, which is this first object, must have default constructor. So you can just say that. So our default constructor is just ice cream. Yeah, Ziyakhala. With Ziyakhala means it's going down. It means it's going down, but direct translation it simply means it's crying. So it's tears ice cream. Okay, I made a mistake here. R the side. So that should be default. So ice cream number 1. And then it says here that create the second steers ice cream called ice cream 2 with default values, but allow the user to choose the ice cream size. And then remember, we do have a constructor for that specific one, which the constructor is this one, the second constructor, which is this one that takes in the size, but everything can remain as default. So we're gonna get here. So remember, those questions are different parts. So let us do them separately. So for the first one, let me start with part A, do part B, do part C, and all of those. So to display, I'm going to have to say, yeah, I'm gonna need a double, which is price, and I'm gonna need a string, which is info. And then what I'm gonna do is that before I can display, then I'm gonna get the price as ice cream 1 dot price, which I have that method inside there, which is gonna be able to calculate the price. So and then for the info, I'm gonna have to say ice cream 1 dot details, and I'm gonna pass the value of the price to that side. So then for me to display the details, I'll just have to say system.out, and in here I'm just gonna say info. And when I run this, this should be able to give me the pricing and all the full details. It should be able to display all the full details, and it should give me the price of the. Let me just wait for it to load. Okay, let's wait for it to run. Bear with my PC, it's just a little bit slow. Let's go back to stats page and come back this side. There we go. Should load now. Okay. Let's see when we do this. Immediately in the project. Okay. Okay, it's scanning the projects in the background. Should be done doing that. Okay, now we can run. There we go. So now it says that the size is general. It's gonna give it that. The holder that is selected is a cone. No flake was added and no dip source was chosen. So the total price is 550 plus 123, which is it's supposed to be 6 rand 73, not 75. Okay, but there is just a logic error, but we need to quickly come back here. So when we come back here, we check here. Oh no, it added this. Okay, it's understandable. It added the 125. But okay, now we need to confirm with the default values. So C for cone and G for general size and false and no. That should be standard. So this output should be correct. And that is when everything is default, and that is what we have done there for everything. So now I want us to do for ice cream number 2. So here, what we can do here now, we can say system.out.println, line, we can say this is ice cream 1 details. And then now let's create ice cream 2. So this is ice cream 1 details. Okay, now let's have them as price 1, price 2, price 3, and price 4. So let's have this as info 1, info 2, info 3, and info 4. So this is supposed to be price 1 in info 1, yeah. Okay, now that's for ice cream number 1. And then for ice cream number 2, I'd like to do new steers ice cream. And then in here, so for us to get a user specific we might as well need the scanner. SC is new scanner system dot in. Okay. So yeah, it's not a default one. We need to ask. Okay, this we can take it to the end. So yeah, it's supposed to be info one. Let's bring it down here so that we can be able to separate everything. So now we'll need a char, which is going to take in the size of the ice cream. And we need to input it here before. So to prompt the user, we're going to say, please specify. This is YM, the size of the ice cream. As G, M, or L. Okay. Let's remove the LN. So here we're going to have the size, and then size is going to be sc.next, the char at 0. That's how you input a character. So that size should be inside there. So now to create we have already created the object. So to get the price for that, we're going to bring this here, paste it here. This is going to be price number 2. Why? Because now it's dealing with ice cream number 2. And info number 2. Even if we keep it as an info, it's fine. For info, even if we keep it as that, even if we do not have the separate ones, it's fine. We'll just, but here is my problem. It's going to show the previous details and show the other ones again. But what we can do is that we can display all of them at once. So for us to display them all at once, what we can do is that we can remove this. Let me think about this. No. Okay, it's fine. Let's keep them as info 1, info 2, so that we do not. So let's keep this as info 2. So and then now to display the details of, okay, but since this is repeating itself, we can have a helper method here. We can say private static. We can say void. We can say display. That's the name. And we're going to pass to it a double price. And we're going to pass to it a string info. So when we get here, because this is just for software reuse, instead of us retyping all of this, we can just remove this, put it inside here. So here we're going to have it standard as price. And then here, we can have it as Steers ice cream. We're going to pass also the cream. So here we're going to have this is ice cream. And then here we're going to have info. And then we're going to have info. So the details of the ice cream are, and then immediately after that, it must return. It must then do this. Okay, but let's remove this. We don't need this. We can just somewhere have info here, and then here we have a price. So in order for us to display okay, so in order for us to display, we just have to take this, we copy it. So here we can say for ice cream 1, cream 1, okay. Then for ice cream 1, we're gonna have to display, we're gonna pass price number what? Price 1 for it. And we're gonna pass what? Let's check for info. Do we really need that info? Okay, but let's check here. Okay, but it's fine. Even if I do not pass. Okay. Yeah, I can have ice cream 1. I'm a little bit clumsy because I'm working backwards, but it will make sense. It will make so now we're just gonna use display for ice cream number 1, and this is gonna be info. But for this too, there's no need for me to. Let me think about it. There's no need for me to actually pass this. I can just get the all I need is just the ice cream. So here I can have a double, which is gonna be price, and I'm going to need a string, which is info. So I can remove both of this. All I need is just that. It should be fine. Then I'm gonna remove all of this. I don't need to have so many of them. Software reuse. So I'm trying to apply software reuse here. So yeah, this is gonna be ice cream 2. There's no need for me to repeat that. I'm just have to say display. You see, now my code is neat. Now I'm happy. Cream 2. There we go. And then for this is for ice cream 1. Okay, I want this to appear together with this because it goes hand in hand with ice cream 1. So that here I can start saying this is for ice cream 2. Ice cream 2. So now for here it's for ice cream 3. 3 and so forth. So now for ice cream 3, if we check here, which is the third one, it says that it must get default values, but it must allow the user to choose the size and the holder. So yeah, I'm gonna say please specify the size. I'm going to say control copy. I'm gonna ask them to specify the size again. And then, but in this case, I'm gonna have to get a holder. So I'm gonna say please specify the holder. It's F here, it's off. Yeah, now we're looking for the holder. We're gonna say please specify the holder of the ice cream, whether you want a cone or a cup. Capital letter C. Then we're gonna get it here as a holder. Okay, so and then to create that object, we're gonna say ice cream 3 is assigned to new steers ice cream, and then we're going to first put in the size, and we're gonna put in we're gonna put in the holder. And then we're gonna put in the holder. So after that, when you put in that, we're gonna display. We send ice cream 3 as a parameter. So now here we're gonna say for ice cream 4. Then for ice cream 4, I think the user will need to input everything. So ice cream 4 says this is a large and comes with a cup and has a flake. Let the user choose the dip sauce. The user will just have to choose the dip sauce. But yeah, the user chose both the size and the. So for this one, it will have a large cup. The size will be large, and then the cup. And then yeah, we'll just say, please choose the dip sauce. Please choose a dip sauce. And for the dip sauce that it is supposed to be chosen, we'll have to ask the user to specify if no dip sauce, chocolate, or caramel, capital letter C. Please choose the dip sauce as caramel, so forth and so forth. So now here we need to declare it up here. So here we need a dip sauce. So we're gonna input it here. So here we're gonna need a dip sauce. Is assigned to sc dot next the char at 0. So I'm a little bit slow because I'm trying to explain, but generally this should be quick. All right, so now what we're trying to do now is that we know that there is a default constructor which adds everything. That is the one that we're going to be using to set that. So the ice cream form, ice cream for is assigned to new steers. Ice cream. And for the size, they say that it must be large. So we're going to put in a L. For the holder, but remember this, okay, but we're going to go and change it, it's fine. For the size, it must be large. For the holder, it needs to be a cup. And it must come with flakes. It has flakes, yes. So when it has a flake, it's supposed to be true. And but we'll let the user select the dip sauce themselves. So that should be fine. But we need to go back here and change. Yeah, we must start with size here. This should be size. And this should be holder, according to how we are inputting them that side. That is one thing that might give us problems. So, okay, when we get here, Then we must separate all of this. It must be clear what are we inputting for. Here we are not inputting anything. And then here I just want it to be neat. I'm gonna say new line, and then I'm gonna say for ice cream 2, cream 2, and then that is going to happen. And then for ice cream 3, I'm gonna say system.out.println line. I'm gonna say new line also first. I'm gonna say for ice, that's fine, ice cream 3. And then yeah, I'm gonna do the last one, system.out.println, go to a new line, and then I'm gonna say for ice, small letters, consistency, ice cream 4. Please select the dip source and all of those. So the last thing that I need to do is that I need to display. So I'll need to say display. Yeah, we're gonna need ice cream 4. Okay. So that should be sufficient. It should be able to get display, get display, get display, get display. So now we're gonna run this. Something. Let's check if there's no error here. Seems like we have an error, but I can't really tell where the error is. Let's come here. Okay, but let's run it. It seems like it's fine. There's no error when I look at it, but up here it shows me that there's an error. But let's run it and see. It's gonna tell me whether it's got an error or not. Okay. Okay, now the error is popping up. Okay, now the error is popping up. Now let's try and figure out. Oh, yeah. I forgot to put in, I've misspelled it here. It's just a simple error, that one. Now it should be fine. Okay. Let's clean it. Come back here. Okay, my laptop is just a little bit slow because I'm converting the first video. But bear with me, it's gonna run just now. Okay. So now, for ice cream 1 is just standard. We are not inputting anything. And then for ice cream number 2, based on the question, it says, let's check what does it say. Okay, we can choose any size. Then let me change the size and say large. And when I do that, now the price for the large is 10 Rand plus 1, which is 11 Rand 75. 77. Yeah, it's supposed to be 78. All right, I see. Oh, okay. Now I see what's my problem here. This thing is converting. It's rounding up and it's rounding down, matter of fact. Okay, but it's fine. I'll fix it. That's just minor stuff. So for ice cream 3, please specify the size, which the size I'm gonna give it medium. And please specify whether I want a cup or small letter C. And then when I do that, it says that the total was okay. For ice cream number 3 is not doing proper stuff, ne? But we'll get back to it. Do I want a dip sauce? C. Okay, for the last one, it's able to say that it's large. It has got a cup holder. A flake was added. So for ice cream 3, something should be logically wrong, eh? But we can fix it. I think it's here. Okay, we're taking in the size and the holder. That should be fine, no problem. And then when we get here, So for the holder, when it's a C, it's gonna say the C was selected. And for the flake, when it's true, it's gonna say a flake was added. And okay, I'm just trying to troubleshoot here. Just give me a minute, I'll find the logical error. Okay, now this deep source, this is dealing only with the deep sources. So the deep sources were perfectly fine. Flake was fine. I think the problem was just here. So where we are inputting the holder, but let me come back this side and check if I'm doing everything correctly. Oh yeah, here is the problem. So the problem is here for, oh, no, not for that one. For ice cream number 3, this is the size it's gonna give, and that is the holder. For this one, which is ice cream number 4, that is the size, and also this is the holder. So, but we need to come back here and check if the second constructor is it taking it that way up here. Yeah, here is our problem. This must switch, this must be size, and that should be a holder for that problem to be sorted out. Now it's gonna be fine. Saved, run it. Okay, for the first one is standard. Yeah, I'm gonna say let it be large. Then it's gonna take in the large. And please specify your size, medium. C. And now it's calculating the correct stuff. And for ice cream number 4, I'm gonna put in a chocolate. So there we have it. Now it's doing the proper stuff. So the only thing you can do in order for you to sort so this is just rounding down. It's not anything hectic. So just go through one of the courses which I'm doing under basic programming where I'm dealing with the default decimal format. So you'll use decimal format in order for you to always make sure that it displays this in a form of 2 decimal places after the comma. So you'll just have to apply decimal format wherever you are calculating the price. So before you can calculate the price here, when you're displaying it, you just need to make sure that it appears as 2 decimal places after the comma here. So that is what we are dealing with here. So it's just decimal format and stuff, but let me just do it. So it's decimal format. So I'm going to call it DF. So it's new decimal format. And it needs to be, sorry about that, I got cut before I could finish the last part, which is the decimal format part. I'm just going to do decimal format. Format df is continue decimal format. And in here, if I want it to be, so and then I'm gonna put in a 0.00, 2 decimal places after the comma. And I'm just gonna import the decimal format from the text package. And then here, what I'm just doing is that I'm just saying df.format. Format, and then open. And then I'm gonna put the price of the ice cream in here. So, but one thing you must understand about decimal format is that it doesn't retain, it's void. So it won't be able to store, but it can only do it here. Df.format. Okay, that should be fine. So it should be able to sort out those problems that we're having. And that is it. Still again, it doesn't, okay, but still it's fine. I need to find a way to do it because on the other side, I'm not displaying. I'm just sending. So, okay, I'm gonna take this whole thing. Now I see what I need to do here. I'm just playing around with. Okay, now what I need to do is that I need to come the side where I'm displaying the price. The place where I'm displaying the price. Yeah. So I'm gonna put it up there. Even if I put it here, it's still fine. Put the decimal format here. Import decimal format, and then here I'm gonna say df.format. Okay, now, okay, my compiler is just a little bit slow, but that should be fine. It shouldn't be a train smash. So I'm just gonna put it here. So there you have it. That's how you do it. And you're gonna try it on your side. And if you have any problems, please just comment down below and we're gonna be able to help you. And that is it from me. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Till the next time we drop. Cheers.